It's not a time to be apathetic or asleep. So wake up and do whatever it is you do best.
But like the more water that we're going to get, the more the rivers are going to want to go into their natural flow.
The world around us is getting hotter. There is no denying that we are struggling to acclimate to a warming world, circumstances of mankind's own modern creation. Stories of unseasonably high temperatures and heat waves hit our news reports daily, and for my community, there are especially dire impacts.
I just remember we were sandbagging for weeks, and then they were just like, okay, you guys got to go. We got a couple days notice that they were like, you're going to want to leave.
Southeastern Iowa, understatedly beautiful, fertile, productive, a crucial agricultural center for the entire country. I grew up in Burlington, Iowa, a small town on the southeastern border of Iowa and Illinois, right along America's greatest treasures, the mighty Mississippi River. The Mississippi River helps give Iowa one of its most important features, fertile soil, a gift that helps feed the world from our farmlands. But even though she gives us a lot, she's ungovernable. She can take away, and our rising temperatures are only giving her more of an ability to do so. Meet Kayla Matthews. In 2008, Kayla was one of thousands of people who were affected by the 2008 floods along the Mississippi, Iowa, and connecting rivers. Kayla and her family were residents of Oakville, a tiny town settled between a fork of the Iowa River and the Mississippi River. During the 2008 floodings, the Henderson County levee suffered a breach, destroying or damaging nearly 200 buildings in Oakville, most of those buildings being family homes.
What specifically did you and your family lose in the flood?
Oh man. Well, we didn't lose the house at least because we just had to take it down to the studs and rebuild the whole inside. But we lost all of like my mom's stuff that we were keeping in the basement that we couldn't get out. I still have quite a few of her belongings, but there was other things that we just couldn't get out of hers, and she had passed away. So obviously that was a little saddening.
The mighty Mississippi, hard at work. 2008 was catastrophic for many families, including Kayla's and my own. My own family was forced to relocate after my parents' place of employment suffered over 8 feet of water in the Columbus Junction Basin.
And then, your family, your parents' work at Subway was demolished, and then
Basically floated down the river. Yeah.
This feels like a lifetime ago. But as a student of an environmental major, I cannot ignore what I know now. Global warming and climate change will make events like the 2008 flood much more commonplace. As our temperatures rise, increased heat will cause what's known as a climatic feedback, and will cause increased evaporation of our oceans, our lakes, even our own mighty Mississippi. Increased evaporation means increased precipitation in the form of heavy rain downpours. Downpours for my community means rising river levels. Are we prepared for this?
Do you think that local government did enough to help and assist the flood victims?
I feel like they came in when it was fresh, and then they were like, as we're getting in the town and like trying to rebuild, they were like, bye, good luck. But yeah, the government was just kind of like, you're good.
Do you think that there was sufficient preventative efforts? Do you think that enough was done beforehand when everyone saw this coming?
Yes and no. I mean, the government actually broke the dam for the Mississippi, which is actually why we got so bad in Oakville. In prevention of my town, no.
So we're going to see more events like the 2008 flood. How do you think our current communities are equipped to handle that? Do you think that they are at all?
I mean, when I look at Oakville and I think of that, no. No, I feel like nobody's really prepared. They can watch the waters rise all day, and then when it comes time for it, sandbagging isn't really gonna. That's really all I know that they continue to do.
When it comes down to just citizens, that's the most we can really do is sandbag.
Oakville wasn't even deemed a flood zone until after the flood of 2008. Nobody had flood insurance, so we were all screwed financially, and we had to apply for help through FEMA, and a lot of people got denied and weren't able to get financial help to rebuild their houses.
The Oakville flood occurred from a combination of high winter snow precipitation and high spring rain precipitation. We knew ahead of time that levels would be high. We knew for months. If Oakville could be failed so intensely, with so much time to prepare resources, how can we expect to prevent, or at the least rebuild and repair, when these events are happening at a higher rate?